I am a 23-year-old woman, and recently, I discovered I am pregnant. The moment I saw the positive test result, my heart raced. I wasn't sure how my boyfriend would react, but I knew I had to tell him. Later that day, I sat him down, my hands trembling slightly as I shared the news. To my relief, his face lit up with pure joy. He looked at me with a beaming smile, pulling me into a tight hug. "This is amazing news," he said enthusiastically. In that moment, I felt an overwhelming wave of happiness and belief. Then, he gently took my hands in his and said, "Let's get married before anyone notices the baby bump." His voice was filled with love and confidence, making my heart swell even more. I was a little surprised, but I couldn't deny how happy I was that he wanted to take such a big step with me. The idea of us becoming a family suddenly felt right. Without hesitation, he began planning a small, beautiful wedding, one that would be etched into our memories forever. Although my boyfriend didn't have much money at the time, we knew we needed to seek my parents' blessing for our plans. We wanted to show them how much we cared for each other. Even if we couldn't afford a grand celebration, their approval meant the world to us. We were determined to show them that our love was genuine and serious, and that we were ready to build a future together. As I reflected on our future, memories of how I became pregnant flooded my thoughts, making me feel both joyous and sad. It all began on a quiet afternoon when I was cooking his favorite meal in the kitchen. The room was filled with the aroma of spices and the sound of pots clanging. I didn't anticipate what happened next. It came naturally, almost out of nowhere. As I was finishing, my boyfriend walked in, his eyes fixed on me. The way he looked at me was unlike any other day, intense and full of affection. I felt a spark ignite between us, one that felt both natural and deeply intimate. Without words, he slowly approached me, his presence filling the room with warmth. My heart pounded a little faster with each step he took closer. There was an undeniable pull between us, something unspoken but profoundly understood. Before I knew it, we were in each other's arms, holding on tight as if we never wanted to let go. It wasn't something we planned, but in that moment, everything felt right. He gently took my hand and led me toward the bedroom, where we shared a beautiful, tender moment, one that would change our lives forever. Weeks later, I discovered I was expecting. Looking back, that simple and intimate moment marked the beginning of something greater than we could have ever imagined. It was sweet and heartfelt, a reflection of the love we share. Now, we're embarking on this journey together, step by step, with a little one on the way. With our wedding plans underway, I feel a mix of emotions, nervousness and excitement. It's a new chapter in our lives, and we're stepping into it together as a family. One evening, my boyfriend came over to meet my parents. This was a significant moment because my father doesn't often invite someone into our home unless he is serious about them. My boyfriend, though nervous, put on his best smile as they sat down to talk. I watched from the kitchen, feeling a blend of anxiety and hope. They discussed our future and what it meant for us to be together. After a while, my boyfriend left, and my parents shared that he made a good impression. However, the next morning, my mother pulled me aside. She told me, "Your dad has been thinking about it, and he doesn't want you to have your wedding at your uncle's house. He believes it's important for us to celebrate here at home." I was a little surprised, but I understood why my dad wanted to hold this special moment in our home, where I grew up, surrounded by cherished memories. My mother continued, "Your dad said he would like your boyfriend to arrange a small gathering here at home. It doesn't need to be extravagant, just something to show respect for the family." Hearing this made my heart swell with joy. Knowing that my family wanted to be a part of our love story in such a meaningful way filled me with immense gratitude. We are now planning a simple yet heartfelt gathering at home with close friends and family. It will be intimate, filled with love, and full of blessings, exactly how my dad envisioned it. After much discussion, my boyfriend and I decided to create a new plan. With a baby on the way and our limited finances, we felt it was best to postpone the wedding. We knew juggling the costs of a wedding and preparing for a new baby would be overwhelming. It wasn't an easy decision, but we felt it was the right one. We want to ensure that our little one has the best start in life, free from unnecessary stress. Postponing the wedding would give us time to save, plan, and make sure that when we celebrate, it will be exactly as we've always dreamed. A day full of joy and simplicity. We shared our vision for the future. A beautiful, intimate wedding surrounded by those who love us most. For now, our focus is on building a strong foundation for our growing family. We're taking things one day at a time, knowing that our love is unbreakable and that someday, we'll have the celebration we've always dreamed of. Since starting school, my father hasn't been able to provide as much support financially. I understand his struggles, and I don't hold any resentment toward him. My father has always done his best to support me in every way he could. Even though times are tough for him, I truly appreciate his efforts. During this period, my boyfriend has stepped in to fill the gap, offering unwavering support. He has been with me every step of the way, ensuring that I have everything I need to continue my education, from paying my school fees to covering my living expenses. He's done everything possible to make sure I stay focused on my goals. Knowing that he is by my side during these challenging times gives me immense strength and hope. His presence has been a constant source of comfort, reminding me that we can face any challenge together, hand in hand. One evening, as we talked about our situation, I softly suggested, maybe we should wait until after the baby is born. Planning a wedding amidst everything else would be overwhelming for me, and our current financial situation wouldn't allow us to make it as special as we want. I could see him thinking deeply before nodding with understanding. "You're right," he said softly, his eyes filled with warmth. I knew he wanted to give me the wedding of my dreams, but we both understood the sacrifices that would be necessary in order to manage everything at once: the stress, the costs, and preparing for a new baby. He squeezed my hand gently and said, "Let's focus on what truly matters right now." In that moment, I felt an even deeper bond with him, grateful for his understanding and unwavering support. We agreed to wait for now, setting aside our dream wedding until we can create the perfect day together. It filled me with hope that someday, when we were truly ready, we'd experience the beautiful day we both dreamed of, a day free of worries, a day where nothing would hold us back. The truth is, we hadn't planned for the pregnancy. Discovering the news was a complete surprise for both of us, something we hadn't anticipated at all. When I saw the test result, my heart raced with a whirlwind of emotions. I remember the moment vividly, my hands trembling slightly as I showed it to him, his eyes widening in disbelief. For a moment, we simply sat there in shock, absorbing the reality. We felt a mixture of emotions: overwhelming joy, a deep sense of excitement, and a hint of anxiety about what the future held. We were thrilled at the prospect of becoming parents, but the responsibilities ahead left us feeling a bit overwhelmed. It was a significant leap, and we hadn't fully prepared for this moment. Yet, as we held each other tightly, we instinctively knew that this was a journey meant for us to share together. We talked late into the night about our hopes, dreams, and fears, promising to stand by one another through every challenge that came our way. While this wasn't part of our original plan, we were determined to embrace it fully, hand in hand, ready to create a beautiful life for our little one. Right now, our primary focus is ensuring that we are as prepared as possible for the baby's arrival. We're diligently saving, buying only the essentials, and getting ready to welcome our little one with open hearts and open minds. We've chosen to put the wedding plans on hold for the time being, so that we don't rush into something we aren't fully ready for. Someday, when the time feels right, we'll have the wedding we've always envisioned, a celebration of our love and all we've been through together. It will be a day filled with joy, laughter, and the presence of those who matter most to us. Until that moment arrives, we are taking each step with intention and care, hand in hand, facing whatever challenges life throws our way with unwavering strength and love. Thank you for taking the time to watch our videos. If you find the content useful and interesting, don't forget to like, share, and especially subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Our channel will always update attractive, inspiring, and useful content for you. Click the bell icon to receive notifications as soon as there are new videos. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to continue to develop. Thank you and see you in the next videos.